Let's see what they've got the legends locked in so far. It's the Thor from Acno and the Thor from Blaze. Man, I was thinking, what year is this for a second? It's been a while since I've been seeing Thor as the primary pick going into a doubles match, but it looks like that's going to be the case.
He's the primary pick. He's the secondary pick.
Yeah.
He just has the whole team. But it's interesting because Blue and Hermisen similarly are picking a double comp. That Bryn.
Wow. It's rare enough to see one team playing the same legends, particularly because of what can happen when you get into situations where you both have the same weapon and your opponents are DIing moves out of combos a lot earlier. But it looks like they're just both comfortable going with the double Bryn and the double Thor. I mean, these two legends are, in particular, really solid picks. I see a lot of players have as pocket picks or just primaries for their doubles teams, just because of how great their stats are and how overall balanced their weapon combination is.
Yeah, I mean, that kind of comes down to it, right? You've got to be flexible in any kind of situation, but you do have a little bit of shading towards specific stats. Acno and Blaze, they've got a ton of defense. Thor is a very tanky legend. Ooh. They've got 2 of those on their team, whereas it looks like Hermisen and Blue trying to go for the speed, but not quick enough to get away from that ground pound.
Yeah, not quick enough indeed. Blue, oh, that stop catching Blue for a second. I thought he was safe, but no, he just followed through with that side air. Hitting Blaze, doesn't matter. He's able to take that stock, and that recovery just barely isn't able to finish off Blaze. Stock's almost dead even. That Sair, is that going to be enough? I don't think he has the jumps to make it back. Yeah, he doesn't, and the red team recognizing that doesn't give him the nair, so he falls down. And Acno now is taking quite a beating.
Yeah, I mean, it was really telling just how much they focused the 2v1 onto Acno. They knew Blaze didn't have the resources to get back. If they could tie up Acno, he couldn't go for the save, and you get all that juicy damage.
Ooh, that was a really brave spot from Hermisen. Acno just barely avoids the ground pound from Blue. Doesn't matter though, the weapon toss hits. Makes it back. Hermisen accidentally bouncing the weapon off his teammate, but the neutral connects. Okay, Hermisen. Oh, stomp side air. Still living. No!
Combo time.
Nice alley-oop with the side sig. Doesn't take the stock, but does a ton of damage. That sider hits Blue with the jumps being pretty much gone. Hermisen isn't there in time. You can see Blue. He went for the gravity cancel taunt to delay his descent long enough so that he could be saved, but Hermisen was just too slow to react to that and then lost the stock in the delay. Really unfortunate for the red team.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, if you're always a little bit late going to save your teammate and they're ready to capitalize like Acno and Blaze did, I mean, you just end up paying for, unfortunately, missing your teammate.
Acno with the gravity cancel.
Blaze still the only one on 2 stocks here. He is nearing the red, but you know what? Like we mentioned on Thor, he can actually survive another hit or 2.
Yeah, Thor just incredibly tanky in general. When you're on Mammoth Fortress, it's a very different game than in singles, just because of how much bigger the stage is compared to its small variant. And we're seeing that a lot. If you get Sared in what we would consider deep enough red to lose a stock from one side of the stage to the other, you're probably going to be holding on to it a lot longer. And then Hermisen now going down, and
oh yeah,
all right,
oh yeah.
It's going to be game number 1 for Blaze and Acno. A really unfortunate happening on the right side of the stage. And I wonder if Hermisen was able to react to that situation with Blue fast enough and get that fast fall nair that he was going for on the axe, how much of a difference would it make? Because it kind of cost them both their stocks there instead of just Blue opting for what Hermisen went through, and then they weren't able to finish off the stocks from Blaze and Acno, resulting in how the match ended up being throughout the rest of that game. I wonder if we'll go back to Mammoth Fortress again. We are getting off the double Bryn for Blue and Hermisen. Blue going to Bodvar, which I'm much more used to seeing Blue on as of late. So excited for that.
Yeah, and I know just before this, when we were talking in the Discord, you were saying that you actually like seeing a bunch of the Bodvars now because the ones who have stuck with it, they kind of have their own little bit of style spin on it.
And that's even going back further to talking about there was a time where every pro player had to have a Bodvar. It was like standard. I mean, it wasn't actually a requirement, but it was basically a requirement.
Right. So going into game number 2 here. Ooh, red team snagging both of the first weapons.
That's pretty big. Typically, when you go into there's a lot of theory crafting around the first 5 seconds of a doubles game. I feel like with certain Brawlhalla players, based off who's playing aggressive, who's playing defensive, who should go for the weapon, who should try to steal the weapon, should we both try to defend our weapon? And in the case where you just end up giving up both, that's a lot of damage that could be coming onto you really quickly. However, in this case, Acno seems to be taking the most damage. Now that everybody has been equipped, Hermisen trying desperately to get that weapon. Nice coverage from Blue. Sidelighting Blaze out of the way so that Hermisen can pick up the axe. And, oh, I thought he was going to secure that KO for sure. Or just that, just a little too tanky.
Oh, looking to catch the landing. There's that double coverage. Blue in front, Hermisen in back. Hermisen getting the double KO, clearing 2 of those out there. Advantage to the red.
Yeah, that was huge. Blue provided Hermisen with the opportunity to be able to pick up that axe and was able to do a ton of damage with it, although Blue team looks like they're hitting back now. Blaze accidentally neutralized, sidelighting Blue, and Blue taking advantage of that confusion to really put the hurt onto Acno. I thought Blue for certain was going to be losing that stock there, and Blue team was going to be able to even it up, but no, doesn't seem to be the way as he's making it back to the stage.
Yeah, still hanging on.
Sidestick hit Hermisen in the middle of the air. Okay, Blaze. Okay, Blue. Oh no, Acno.
Big hits coming out. Danger on the left-hand side. Everybody's scrambling.
Oh, I thought Acno was going to fall to that side stick for Blaze for sure. Weapon toss comes forward. Blaze uses the hammer recovery to uniquely reposition to get a side air. He didn't manage to hit it, but I like that idea. If you're kind of concerned about how a jump's always going to be sending you the same amount of distance, why not use your hammer recovery to get that sort of like half jump instead of using it to go for that knockout?
Yeah.
I like the idea a lot.
It's that kind of mix-up and just changing of your positioning that we see as kind of a big hallmark in this set. It's a lot of swarming together so that way you can cover 2 separate areas. Look at that. Acno tried to thread the needle between Blue and Hermisen, and it was just not available.
The red team solidly taking this lead, but last time Hermisen was losing the stocks faster than Blue. We'll see if that happens again, because if the Blue team can focus on Hermisen, if Hermisen keeps going off stage with these crazy ground pounds, there's a chance that Blue's going to be stuck into a very difficult 1v2. When there hits, Acno dodges in place, cancels into a stop, it doesn't connect. The down sig does hit onto Hermisen. That Sarah just barely misses. And Blue's doing a great job taking out a lot of damage on the Blaze. Oh! Go reversal from Acno.
Yeah, we're starting to get in the final stretch of Game 2 here. You see Acno and Blaze becoming so incredibly damaged. They've got to turn up the heat. They've got a chance. Momentary power play. Now that Blue, every little hit sends him so far away. They can go for those knockouts onto Hermisen. Oh, but it's Blue getting the knockout onto Blaze, and that gives them the 2v1 3 stocks to Acno's single.
Now they just got to play the weapon starve game, and I like what Blue's doing, although Acno aware that a weapon was going to come in through there. Blue just as well aware. Gets a nice delay in recovery. Blue, fantastic job on the Bodvar. Something that he did on multiple stocks was weave in gravity cancel downlight recoveries, whether it was in a 1v2 or a 1v1 situation, to be able to get those knockouts. Really great play coming up from Blue that secured that game 2. It is now a 1-1 score line. And much closer than I was expecting against a team like Acno and Blaze. I didn't see if they switched legends. It doesn't look like it. When it comes to Acno, basically any legend in the game is a possibility.
Yeah, so I think a lot of people were kind of expecting Acno and Blaze to just kind of come in and sweep away with the set. It's kind of crazy to me that like Blue and Hermisen have already tied it up. You know, it wasn't even, okay, we need a little bit of time to get our feet under us and get up to speed. Blue and Hermisen have been with them just about every step of the way.
3, 2, 1, brawl.
We're going to game 3.
Running right back to Mammoth Fortress, yeah.
Not a lot of variety in the stages here, and I honestly just feel like that this Mammoth Fortress pick is, even though the Blue team lost in the last game, it's been benefiting them greatly in terms of their survivability. Blue and Hermisen, however, seem not to mind, and they're continuing to do well in game number 3 here until that stop sider comes through. Oh, another stop there. Hermisen interrupted on that recovery, sent flying. Oh, and the follow-up. Nice team combo from Blaze with that side stick. I've been seeing so many of those side sticks hit and just barely not knock out, but I mean, the damage is still, it still counts.
Yeah, I mean, you get the damage, you just take full control of the stage because obviously they're almost off the screen. Now Blue up off the top of the screen to boot.
Blaze, I don't know. At that point, when you're getting knocked back that far, is it? I feel like it's just worth the ground pound and get your stock back so that you stop leaving your teammate in a 1v2 situation. But there he goes.
You know, there are some times we see teams actually go for that. I know right now it's hard to give away those stocks. You know, even if it's an incredibly damaged one in a set that's as tight as this one.
Yeah.
I would be so hesitant to go for it.
Very tough call, for sure. Acno accidentally bonking his head on the bottom of the stage there with that dodge upwards, loses that stock, but Hermisen goes down to 1 really quickly. And this is a situation that I was talking about in Game 2, only this time the blue team has way more stocks than they did in the previous game. Oh, and now we're seeing Acno and Blaze just constantly setting up to side air their opponent after they get hit by that bread and butter combo. Really great play coming out from them so far, and a little bit of friendly fire from the red team is making it look like the blue team is going to be taking this game pretty soon if they don't change something quickly. Ooh.
Oh no, Hermisen getting double bonked. Blue trying to go for the save. Oh, but Acno just cutting it off.
Wow, that was a read and a half right there, being able to get that ground pound off, going like, oh, I know what you're doing here. You're trying to save your teammate. Already has the ground pound ready, so the uppercut sends him straight into his feet. What a brutal end to Hermisen's last stock. And Blue, now going down to 1 stock, has to chew through 3 of the opposing team to have a chance at winning Game 3.
Yeah, I mean, he had some sneaky movement with the jumping down air on Sword that brought this from 4 stocks down to 3, but man, he sure has his work cut out for him. You cannot get sandwiched between them. You see Blue really just trying to dash in and out of Acno's range. Just don't want to be on the inside.
Very interesting. Blue, okay, and it didn't work out. Oh
my gosh! That was so crazy!
Wow.
That was one of the wildest. I know you were talking before about when you're on the same weapon, you don't want to use the same attack as your teammate did, because then they're able to DI and change the trajectory and maybe survive. But they had a double hammer combo. That was insane.
That was the most vertical combo I think I've ever seen in my life. Like, it just went straight up. The neutral sync into the recovery, I think. Oh yeah, so he jumping down there into the nair. Yeah, Blue was never out of hit stun that entire time. Beautiful.
Yeah. Jeez.
I wanted to talk about how, to counteract what they were trying to set up, Blue was doing a very interesting tactic. He was like ledge canceling nairs and neutralites so that he kept like putting out a hitbox but sliding off the stage in case he didn't hit it. But one mess up was all Acno and Blue needed to get that set up there. But yeah, wow, what an amazing team combo coming up from them. And now I'm definitely scared of double hammer. I wonder what they have prepared on the orb. It's obvious that with a team as high caliber as Acno and Blaze, that they've got setups on all possible weapon combinations. So,
oh, you have to imagine.
Wow, that was crazy. Just laddered straight up. Okay, game.
Jeez, I kind of can't wait for tomorrow so that way Foda and I can just talk about that one.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
Yeah, if you want to be able to see those clips and have them dissected in depth, Monday dev stream, definitely look forward to it. That's coming up tomorrow. Oh, Acno putting up that down sig to make it back to the stage while putting out a threatening hitbox. That was very interesting. Oh, what? The side sig just barely clips Blue. Blue just not ready for the distance that Acno was going to travel with there. Acno shortly afterwards loses that stock. Blaze and Hermisen, the stock tanks of this game. Although, is it going to be Hermisen or Blaze that goes down first? It's going to be Hermisen.
Oh, caught the recovery too.
And still living. What? That was an amazing combo from Acno. I wanted to call it a team combo because that's just how complex it looked. But no, finally, Blaze goes down. All the stocks evened up, and Acno now the one trying to avoid damage. But Hermisen, amazing play. Acno was so... Okay, that dodge was all he had left, but now he's bringing it back.
Oh my gosh, he's done! He's done!
Okay. The offstage exchange between Hermisen and Acno was amazing. Blaze with the alley-oop with the side ticket that time, it knocks out. Oh, Acno and Blaze are so good.
Yeah, Blaze is just deleting people this game.
Oh, goodness.
You think you're fine one moment, and then you're just gone. I can't believe this is as close as it is right now. Blue managing to spike out Acno. Blaze definitely holding on to these 2 stocks.
Maybe Mammoth Fortress was benefiting the red team and not the blue team, because now I'm seeing all of these setups that the blue team they're going for are just actually resulting in knockouts instead of just, oh, that did a lot of damage, but they're still coming back to the stage. Like Crystal Temple, the difference is massive.
I mean, kind of, what are you supposed to do? They just showed you the crazy on-stage team combo. You definitely don't want to get caught in that.
Yeah.
So maybe we hang out off-stage. Nope, definitely don't want to do that. They just spike you.
Oh, but Blaze goes down to 1, and despite how volatile this match has been, it is an even game, just barely in the favor of the blue team. It's going to be up to Hermisen and Blaze, I feel like, to determine who's going to be holding on the stock first. Although blue, I don't know, they're all like actually as even in damage as they possibly could be. There, finally, the scoop does make somewhat of a difference. Hermisen takes the weapon away from blue. Can he help him? No!
Oh my gosh, almost the double.
Oh, but the double side air. Attacks on Blaze. Bouncing hits. Acno ready. Amazing punish. Slides right in with the stomp. The stomp catches Hermisen on the way down. Side air finishes off the stock. And Blaze and Acno move into the winners finals. The European Steelseries 2v2 Championship. Really great matches, though, coming out from Hermisen and blue.
Yeah, I mean, all right, so that set, it started off so incredibly close. I mean, firing back game 1, game 2, it was tied up. I thought we were going to go the full distance. And then Acno and Blaze, I don't know if it was a download complete kind of moment where they're just like, all right, step on the gas. And then the crazy team combo, you know they had to be thinking about that one going into the next game. And then